I'll go ahead and start on my end, and I'll check you on Mixer real quick.
I don't need you to do that, Jordan.
You are, and you're gonna accept it, you coward.
We are live on Mixer, apparently. Just checking. It's loading. We're good. And we're good.
And we're good.
And I die. Because you're bad. Alright, you good on your end, Jordan?
Well, I have yet to get a single complaint, so I'll assume yes.
You went live?
Go.
Yes, I went live.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I went
positive?
I got knocked down, and then I got up again, and ain't no one gonna keep me down.
Ain't never gonna keep you down. Fucking... it doesn't even know the lyric. Also, isn't ain't never a double negative?
Double
so
negative.
Technically,
You are
saying
correct.
he will stay down.
Yes.
Someone will keep him down.
Yes, that is how grammar works.
So actually, that song isn't inspirational. What it actually is a guy saying, "I'm gonna give up eventually."
Yeah.
But that's not the lyrics.
If you're talking about that, then we have a good example.
The lyric is, "You ain't never gonna keep me down," isn't it? I
What,
swear to God, that's the lyric.
Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
No.
That's
And Emily's
bad.
licking her glasses. Perfect.
Yeah.
Now I
lick
gotta look up
those glasses.
Chumbawamba lyrics. God damn it.
I perfect
you
started
get
knocked
the
down?
stream. We're a minute 42
And
seconds
then I
in,
get
and we're
knocked
talking
up
about
again.
Chumbawamba.
Wubba wubba
I
dub
get
dub.
knocked down again, and I get back up again. I'm never gonna get knocked up again.
Well,
Never gonna
that's
get knocked down.
Well, that's something completely different now, isn't it?
Sally.
Yeah.
Alright, well, anyway. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Chumbawamba stream. Today we
Zombie.
discuss how
Zombie.
Chumbawamba was the best song ever created.
First off, it's not Chumbawamba the song. Chumbawamba was the band. Tub Thumping was the song.
No, it's
called.
Chumbawamba. It's Chumbawamba the song because it's their only song that anyone ever remembers.
Have you finally learned? Are you gonna move, cat?
Name
Yes.
one other song by that band without looking it up.
We
What
don't
is-
know.
Excuse me.
But the
band?
song is called Tump Dumping.
Because I had to look up lyrics for the
Rick.
fucking song I was looking for it. I said I was gonna have to look up Chumbawamba lyrics, and I did.
Yeah, name
I
one
got
other song
knocked
by that
down.
band without looking it up.
Mambo number 5.
What?
Yeah, okay.
That,
You know-
that's a real deep
You know
cut.
that song, "Hey My Durango," Mambo number 5. That one.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's,
though.
that's a quality song right there.
I'm sorry, I am holding up all
It
the
doesn't matter,
progress.
man. We're late. We're always late. People on YouTube know we're late at this point.
People complain.
No, I don't.
Well,
If
YouTube
people
is on
complain
demand,
on
so there
YouTube-
should be no reason to be complaining.
Yeah. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fall As They May. You might
Woo!
notice we're down 2 players tonight. Rick, I don't know where he is. Maybe he'll show up. Maybe he won't. I don't know. And
Perpetual hunting trip.
Luke is currently at a convention cosplaying Pokeball Man or whatever the fuck his name is.
Ball guy.
Ball guy.
Okay.
Check out his Facebook if you want to see that, or Twitter.
I
if he
thought
ever posts-
Luke was more of an ass man, but I guess he's a ball guy.
If he ever tweets pictures of his con goings.
Yeah, that might be a good thing. If for whatever reason, Luke, you're watching, yes, please post your pictures. I'll be sure to retweet it.
Post your pictures. We'll retweet it and we'll call you
Post
gay
the dick.
because he is gay.
Whoa. No, he's not.
He's a very
both.
happy fellow. I agree. Can we move on?
No.
No.
Apparently.
Oh yeah, really. Okay.
Are you dying? Is your cat killing you, Emily?
No, the cat's being very good. Hold on, special guest.
Show cat.
Touch puss.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. If Emily sucks tonight, it's all the cat's fault.
Are you all right,
No, wait.
David? What was that noise?
I don't know. He's dying apparently.
Are you
I also can
cold?
only see half his face because he always leans forward for some fucking reason.
David's cold. He's jittering.
Get a blanket on you, brother man, if you're that cold.
Okay, I'll get my blanket and pillow. Don't worry.
No,
I got this.
don't do it, David. Don't you fucking lay down, you bitch.
Eh.
Look what you've done, Jordan. Look what
like
you've
at
done.
the-
Birthday
Like at
ever.
the very least, if he's cold, like fucking like.
Yeah,
get
but he'll
some-
fall asleep in his chair. I know, David.
No, I won't.
Oh my god.
I got this.
All right. So
Don't
anyway, last we left off, Jordan was face palming hard because he just wants to start the episode.
I'm trying to keep everything in control. All right,
I'm a helicopter.
Anyway, last we left off, the favored few, after completing their scouting mission and learning a bit more about Valak's Goliath tribe, and as a matter of fact, learning more about the ruins in which they had been exploring, understanding that it apparently was to some sort of Yanti deity, a great changebringer who shaped the first humanoids into his own creation of the Yanti. Decided to, attempt a teleport spell, not without the help of Dayton, suggesting that Valak assist, or link hands with Aster and teleport. At which point a whole kerfuffle came to be, where the party was desperately attempting to save Hornet from the grasp of Valak. After managing to quell the situation, and after contacting and scrying on some individuals, the favored few learned that Sprinkles was currently helming a ship on their way to what they believe to be Zythan with at least one of the artifacts in tow. They decided that it was of their I'm sorry, I just woke up. It was of great importance that they get to Cerana to attempt to intercept this ship before Sprinkles was able to get away from the continent. They met with the king, informed him as to what had been happening, and asked if he would allow them to teleport back to Cerana to attempt to reclaim these artifacts that they had lost. They were a pretty high persuasion roll. The king agreed, under the condition that Aster, the one doing the teleportation, would be gassed and forced to return once their mission was completed. Dayton decided to inquire with the king as to if he could possibly acquire the artifact that was in their possession to assist them in this endeavor. The king, after help from Ezreal and a 32 persuasion roll, agreed to allow Dayton to see and utilize this artifact, stating that it would have to be returned after it was used. A small onyx stone box was brought out and opened, where a small little constantly changing fragment laid inside. Dayton, confused by what he was looking at, reached in and grabbed it, only to be, from his perspective, teleported to this strange realm of shift and change, the day and night cycle seeming to be in constant rapid movement, plant life and animal life seeming to have no rhyme or reason to their evolution, where he was then greeted by an odd voice and the visage of a half-decaying, half-beautiful-looking, constantly changing humanoid with a set of blue and red wings adorning their back. And that is where we left off.
Great.
So let's go ahead and get the music going again. So Dayton, you turn, quickly grasping at your rapier as you look upon the visage of this incomprehensible being that stands before you, as it looks down at you, having asked the question, "What are you?"
For the briefest moments, I'm going to pull up on the rapier, still keeping it kind of holstered, and I'm just going to go, you fucking seen this?
No words. But if a sword could be terrified, that's the emotion that you're feeling.
Okay, so you and I are in agreement that this is fucked up. Okay, good to know. And I'll put it back in. I'll go, all right, okay. Hi, how are you? I am Dayton Swan. Pleased to meet you. What the fuck are you?
He says, he he, she, it's really difficult to get any sort of grasp on gender or anything that this thing is. As it looks down upon you, it says, I believe I asked you that question first.
Well,
Why have you come to my domain?
Okay, first off, you asked for who I was. I said my name is Dayton Swan. I decided to go ahead and have a repercussion on what you were before I
ask you who you were. I asked you what you were.
Ah, so we're doing the philosophical direction here. Okay, sure. All right. I mean, specifically, I'm human. I come from Swindon. I tend to be a musician-ish. Tend to be more interested in doing horse wrangling, that kind of thing. What else we got here in my head? Like talking. Talking's a thing. And what am I doing here? That is a good question. I went ahead and grabbed for something and then nearly blew chunks before landing here, I think. Actually, I'm gonna look down at my feet really quickly and go like, is there even a here?
You are in my domain now. This place promotes a sense of change, to put it simply. Just as I can see that you keep yourself changed.
What do you mean by that?
The figure, one side of it gives a smile, the other one just remains this melting, decaying side. You seem to have an affinity for keeping yourself in a different state, do you not?
Well, that's one way of putting it, yeah.
Do you come seeking my gift?
Wasn't necessarily the intention. I was just told there was something cool the king had, and then it kind of led to this. I'm not sure if this is this the normal thing. No, wait, hold on, stop. We did something like this similar before. We did it with like the stone thing.
Quick question, just because Emily wasn't here last year. Emily, what's Carrion's alignment?
That my first time I've ever made a neutral character.
Okay, good to know.
Never gonna get an artifact.
Good to know. Good to know.
Chaotic.
No, he's just neutral. Just true neutral.
No, neutral good.
Oh, neutral good. Okay.
But yeah, yeah, I did something similar to this before. It was like with a rock, but it was like part of an artifact, but it wasn't the whole thing. But you're the actual thing. Are you tied to a rock?
Other parts. What do you mean, other parts?
Well, I mean, from how it was described to me, it's that there was a guy that had an artifact, lost the artifact, but it was broken up to pieces. We got a piece, which then we did like a puzzle thing.
Piece.
I don't know what piece, but I was told it was like, oh, there's this like major artifact that this group I was finding. And it was split up into all these different pieces because apparently some asshole decided to do that. And then we found like the one piece, but then the rest of the
to me.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, what color was it? Green?
Got it.
I think it was green. It was green and had like metal stuff around it.
He thinks for a moment. You see the figure thinks for a moment. It would appear my sister's gift has been broken.
Sister? Oh, okay. So the stuff my group's looking for is... Oh. Is this like a family relation thing? Did I step into something that I shouldn't have?
How much do you know, human? About where you are, about what we are.
Ah. Okay. Give me a minute here. Okay. Think this through. Hey. You went ahead and you met with the group. They decided to talk to you about artifacts. They said like, oh, apparently this asshole decided to actually fuck us up. And then we lost our artifacts. And it was like, okay, whatever. But everyone's feeling down. They didn't mention anything about there being actual things. But of course, you've been teleported to islands. You've been doing other different things. There's been, probably nothing.
Can you roll me a general charisma roll, please?
Oh, good. Well,
Got this.
it is a +5, so I think I should be able to handle this. Unless I roll a 2, making that a 7.
7. Okay. You see the figure kind of begins floating towards you.
Uh-oh.
Reaches a hand down.
Hmm?
On the decayed side.
No.
Slowly, one of the fingers kind of extends outward. You can see the bone starting to push through the actual form itself.
Oh god, don't touch me. Oh god, don't touch me. Oh god, don't touch me. Oh god, don't touch me.
Places a finger in the center of your forehead for a moment.
Oh god, it touched me.
And you watch as your whole this soft glow begins to start forming around you. At first, you see this silvered sheen that starts to pass across your vision, followed by this really odd red and orange energy that seems to start intermingling with it. And this figure kind of pulls the finger back for a moment and looks at you and says, "It would appear that your spiritual alignment would work with my gift."
Okay. Cool.
He goes ahead and kind of moves his fingers for a moment, and you watch as the terrain around you once again shifts, but this time you start seeing figures that begin popping up. One of them appears to be this female elven woman. You can see that she has this hair that kind of parts across her face, a circlet around her head, and is wearing a very elaborate dress with a bow with a bow in her hand. You can see what looks to be a dwarven individual, another female, stout but very sturdy. You can see that she's very well built, wearing a set of plate armor. Her eyes are this very piercing green. Next to her, you can see a figure similar to what you'd seen before, that individual named Andrus, standing there in the same sort of trench coat that he was wearing when you found him, the same sort of cut hair with the glasses on his face, same belt, same pants.
How the fuck?
The last individual that you see is a half-orc. He has tribal paint across his face with a headband around it, with a headband around his forehead, short cut hair. Similar to Valak, wears little to nothing in clothing, though as opposed to Valak, he is wearing pants.
Gad.
And he says, "To give you a quick summary, my siblings and I bestowed gifts upon these individuals," as its hands kind of stretch to show the four standing behind you, "in order to stop our brother, who, at least from what I am able to sense, is sinking his claws into the mortal world again."
Cool.
If you have interest in stopping my brother, then perhaps I can bestow this gift upon you.
I mean, yeah, that'd be nice. What exactly do I tell the king about this, though? Because apparently this is like supposed to be for a one-time thing. If I let
That
you
is
go,
none of my concern.
good to know.
If you cannot hold on to the gift that I give you, then perhaps you are not worthy of it in the first place.
All right, first off, I am worthy of many things, I think, but okay. Brothers, sisters, end of the world thing. End of the world thing makes a lot more sense, since apparently it's going to be like an ascension thing. And you're tied to it. Okay, so far, so good. I think. Let me see. What else? Anything connected story-wise that is involved here. Okay, wait. How many brothers and sisters?
We are 5 in total.
Okay, 5. So that means, she lost the wings. He lost the thing. Then there's you.
Lost?
Give me a minute. I'm trying to think here. Slow processes.
The figure approaches you again. What do you mean, lost?
Give me a second. I'm trying to put things together here. I'm a little bit slow on the uptick. If you can give me a second. All right. So, 2 are down. We're supposed to be going back to get 1. Unless there's 2. But there's probably 1. So we'll probably get the 1 back with the... Okay, got it. Okay, so there are 2 that are up in the air. 1 that was broken apart, but we have a piece of it. So that's still 2. You're number 3. And that means number 4 still running about somewhere. Okay. I think I'm caught up. I think.
The figure just stares at you, still waiting for you to answer the question.
Oh, why they're lost. Okay, do you want full version or short version?
Either one.
Okay, short version it is, since I'm assuming that this is not gonna go well for me. Dickhead decided to be a dickhead, and in order to make sure that Dickhead did not immediately die, they had to give up the artifacts, and therefore they kind of lost it.
Well, I certainly hope you can recover them.
That's supposedly the plan?
Good.
We're supposed to be going somewhere to get one? I actually need to ask how that's gonna work, but...
Then... Do you accept my gift?
Well... Is there... You know what? No, this has already gotten weird enough as it is. You know what? Fine, fuck it. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Dayton takes 14 points of psychic damage.
Damn it.
Really?
I'm joking.
It's the pun rule.
It's what he do.
The figure kind of takes a moment and concentrates. You see the hands kind of begin to move for a moment. As his hand begins to kind of close, you start to feel the world around you almost beginning to collapse in on you.
Uh-oh, not this feeling again.
As his other hand kind of comes up, the bottom half of the world you almost start to feel like you're being compressed. Like your body's collapsing in on itself. You see a smile come across the figure's face before he closes both of his fists, and all of a sudden there's a flash of energy. As you find yourself propelled at massive speed, the rest of you watch with a brief flash and crackling of divine energy. Dayton appears in the space, his fist closed. And you look down, you don't see the object in the box anymore. You kind of look over to your hand and open it. You can see that you have a small figure about this big that is just shifting into different shapes.
Very carefully, it's gonna kind of go in the pocket really quickly.
And here's your handout.
Oh.
If you'd like to read, I'm giving it to you right now. If you'd like to read it for the class,
It depends on where it's gonna pop up.
give me 1 second, and it's gonna be in magic items.
All right. Let's see here. Constantly adjust these property unless commanded to remain as a single object. As a bonus object, you can change the composition of object to become any piece of armor or weapon. If turned to an armor, the creature gains a +1 on top of benefits created by the armor, and can designate to be resistant to one type of damage until they complete long rest. In weapon form, weapon grants a +1 to damage and attack rolls. Once per round, when you hit a creature of that type, you deal additional damage equal to half your level rounded up. Okay. So this is definitely more akin, I would think, to maybe our barbarian, but for now, kind of getting back in the game, roleplay really quickly. Dayton's just going to very quickly put it in his pocket for a minute, and with, like, freaked out, bugged out eyes, he's going to approach Aster, grab him at the front, and go, "What year is it?"
It's current year.
Current year. How long has he been standing there? Like
He hasn't been standing there. He disappeared at one point.
You.
He's maybe been
pleasant
gone.
trip.
He's maybe been gone about 2 minutes.
Maybe 2 minutes. So, how was your conversation?
What do you mean conversation? It was, oh god, oh no,
Since the conversation we had was actually really nice.
yeah.
Correctly.
I don't know. I don't know how long I was in there. I'm gonna look back over the king just very quickly and just go, you don't have it. No, that no one should have. No. That.
What are you
I cover
freaking out
his-
about, human?
Can I cover his mouth just to make him shut up?
Yeah, you can cover his mouth.
Oh,
assume he
doesn't
apologies.
do it.
Yeah, truly is.
Well, you have our gift, and I do expect it to be returned upon completion of its usage.
Of course.
You may leave.
Let's go find Ezekiel, everyone.
Well, Ezekiel was just out, was with you guys. So there's no finding Ezekiel. He's with you.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Aster's right there.
You already recognized that I'm super late to this party. Never mind. This can happen later. We can walk out. We can
Yeah.
leave the king's presence.
Yeah. Okay. So they'll go ahead and... So you guys will all make your way out. So Dayton, you are currently attuned to the object. Would you like to attempt to do anything with it?
Very quickly, what type of armor am I?
Yeah, I believe you have breastplate.
Well, it's a matter of light, medium, and otherwise. So
Medium.
I can go up to medium.
Mhm.
And if I try to go ahead and swap out Frostbrand for something else, I won't necessarily get my Hexblade abilities to it because I need to attune to it. Question mark. Let me get out the book. How high can I go for medium
You
armor?
could go to half plate armor.
Half plate.
Yeah.
I am going to wait until we are out of this place before I can do anything.
Okay.
So, has anyone seen Valak?
I'll kind of look. You'll kind of look at each other.
We're back at the hut. Yes.
You guys are walking at this point, yeah.
Could someone fill me in? Conversation.
Yeah.
Assuming that we're far enough away from the king, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go like I'm
Emily,
just
how
gonna
much
go-
how much do you remember from before you left?
No, that listening through that helped me kind of get a lot of the gears back.
You remember Sprinkle's whole thing with the 5, the artifacts, the champions, yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll say for sake of brevity, just so we don't have to spend another hour explaining everything, Carrion, you're caught up to speed with everything that's been going on with the favored few. About the 5th, about Tremor attempting to reawaken him, and about the Brotherhood being somewhat involved in it, at least from what it seems like.
That's what you fuckers were talking to me about. That's what you fuckers were trying to. Yeah.
Makes so much more sense.
It makes more sense, but at the same time, now I gotta deal with. I'm gonna hold up the thing, and it's just gonna like shift it to something else for a minute.
Yeah. So as he holds up this small figure, you watch as it goes from this perfect cube to a very odd and lumpy circle, to a what is it? What's the one with the triangle that doesn't make that all sides aren't the same? I don't remember what specifically it's called.
A cube.
A cube.
Triangle.
Thank you.
Asymmetric.
Asymmetric. Thank you.
Ace.
Yeah. Isosceles triangle.
Isosceles.
Yeah. So an isosceles triangle
Saucy triangle.
shifts into this very odd, like almost pin, and then shifts again back into a cube.
Now that is curious.
Well, yeah, even more so. I think I understand how it works. Just give me a minute. I need to like swap something out really quick. I'm gonna try to find a sight out of sight from the party for a minute. Am I successful? Are none of the party
Make
watching?
stealth roll.
Okay, well, shit.
Wait, can I watch for this?
If you want to. So you have to beat a 23 at least, Dayton.
Oh, 23 with my stealth of 4. Oh man, gonna have to
You have
roll
to
a
nat 20.
19 or 20. Oh, but that's an 18, so I guess fuck me, right?
22.
22.
So for most of you, Dayton kind of just says, "I'll be back," and Carrie and you can see where he's going. Although you will lose sight of him as he's kind of. You know where he is, though. You know where he went off to.
Okay.
Yeah.
The loo. Where's the loo here? I ask around.
If you're looking for a water closet,
Yes.
I mean, there's one in the hut. It's just not very private.
I'm sorry. It's no offense to you all, but I'm going to go wander and see if I can find something a little more suitable. And I'm going to follow.
Make a stealth roll.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Boo-boo-ka-shoo.
All right, so you'll follow. Dayton.
33.
Oh yeah, it beats a passive. Dayton was not trying to pay attention to.
Yeah. All right.
Why do you have to do this, Carrion? Okay, that's fine. Eric, is it fine that we can take this to the whisper chat between
you can just text
myself, you, and Carrion?
You can just text him. There's no whisper chat in Zoom, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
But other than what I think you're doing, what else are you doing?
Essentially, it's just how it is I'm taking off the breastplate one, and I'm going to be putting on in heavy quotations.
So
the
as
half-plate.
as you finish doffing your breastplate armor, you kind of look at this cube as it just keeps shifting in your hand, and you're like, okay. And as you kind of concentrate for a moment, you see the armor begins to expand around your hand for a moment, and you see a gauntlet, a fully armored, this very decorative kind of red steel gauntlet that goes across your hand. As this form, almost feeling like a gelatin almost, that just constantly is running up your arm. It's very uncomfortable, at least for the first time you've ever done it. You start to watch as it starts to materialize even more now. You see your whole forearm and shoulder gets covered in this armor, then stretches across your torso, starts making its way down your leg to your feet. This whole process, as you're watching it, Carrion, is very weird, as all you're seeing is just this ooze like substance just run itself across Dayton's body, and leaving behind it again just this very ornate and beautiful red steel armor. That as it comes all the way to the other side and makes its way to the tips of your fingers, the substance disappears in your left in this armor, and you can see at the front of it, it is adorned with a set of jagged-looking wings that's just sprawled across the front.
And as for damage resistance,
Which damage type would you like to be resistant to?
try and change it up a little bit. If it's going to be coastal, I'm going to try lightning.
Lightning damage, okay. So as you kind of concentrate a bit further, you start to watch as the armor itself, the plating starts to almost get this softer substance to it, and you watch as the symbol begins to crackle a little bit across his chest. And it just has this constant set of small sparks that flow off of it. Alright, so you are resistant to lightning damage until your next long rest.
Mm-hmm.
You have so the armor class for the half plate now is 16 plus your dexterity up to a maximum of 2.
Yep, so that would be 18 plus the 1, so I have an armor class 19. That's still there.
Yep.
And
I'm
I'll keep...
allowed to make myself known at this point.
Okay.
Not just yet. Let me go ahead and message you really quickly about what you see. Since I'm assuming that it's just going to be you watching. Unless you're...
Yeah, once the armor is donned,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to say, looks pretty nice.
Okay.
One moment.
Yeah, just wait until just let him finish for a second. In the meanwhile, Gu and Aster and Ezreal as well. All of you are back in the hut. What would you like to do?
So, as I was saying before, has anyone seen Valak?
No, I haven't. But I could message him. Figure out where he is.
We want to message him?
I don't
I
know.
prefer all hands on deck. Besides, he holds an artifact as well.
Right, but if we teleport again, what's to say he's not going to just go crazy again?
Well, that was Dayton's fault, more so than mine. So
I think it's a matter of his allowing it to happen.
Zico kind of pipes up and says, I mean, we could track him down, we can maybe get that piece back, but I don't know. I mean, Valak being there is definitely going to be helpful, but if he's going to freak out or refuse to come along, then what's the point in finding him? We're just wasting time.
that's a good point.
I mean, if he doesn't want to be a part of this, then there's bigger things at play. We can always find him afterward, and if he still doesn't want to be a part of it, then you just take the last piece.
By force if necessary.
If necessary, I hope it doesn't come to that. Ezreal kind of says, I don't like that we're conspiring against him. I mean, he's still our friend. At least I think he is.
Keep your friends at arm's length always.
Alright, well, I guess we're just waiting for them to return then.
So,
Do you
kind
know
of coming
any-
back, Carrion, did you still want to make that statement?
Yeah.
As you do, the rapier immediately comes out and turns over to where you are.
Hey, don't mean for fight. You have to understand. Come from knowledge is power.
How much did
You
you
really
see?
want it. I saw enough.
I'm only going to tell you this fucking once. Any word comes out of your mouth about what you just saw, this rapier ain't just going to be going through your body. I'm going to make sure it's going to be struck through every single pore that is on your fucking face, through your legs. Then I'll make sure that your body is ground up and no one's going to be able to recognize who the fuck you are.
Oh, well, don't you worry about that. You can trust me.
That I hardly doubt.
Only time will tell then.
No, sir.
Rapier.
Varian leaves.
No, sir. To the pain. I'm not familiar with that one. Oh!
I'll keep your ears. Cat!
You will keep your ears so that every shrill shriek, every child crying, and every mother screaming, "What is that thing?" will leave a
Good
permanent etching
God,
on your soul.
what is that thing? Yep.
What?
That is what "to the pain" means.
So yeah, he'll go ahead and sheath his rapier for the moment. Still looking dead-eyed at Carrion before passing and going back to the group.
Okay.
So, another question. Does anyone know a boat we can borrow?
What do you mean boat?
Oh,
They're at sea.
I know a captain.
Do you know?
You met him. You met him before too.
I don't think I met him as Aster.
You did.
Really?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you met him
No,
before.
wait.
Yeah, you met him as Aster before. There's only
Wait,
once, but you did meet him before.
Wait, whoa! I thought we were going to go like to another location. There was going to be like a day of like vacationing involved here. What's this about boats?
Well, they're at sea, so we have to ram into them and kill them, obviously.
Well, I thought you were saying like, we're gonna go here and we're gonna meet them when they come over, not fucking, hey, let's just go ahead and like crash into them.
Dayton. They were moving through sea. I just saw that they were close to a city. We're going to have to go on the water and stop them.
Unfucking believable. This is what I have to deal with. Okay.
Do you know anyone else who's willing to help us? Is the thing. We're missing a
Well,
big player.
I know one guy who will
Talon?
say yes regardless.
Talon?
Of course.
Do you think we can get Everon or?
I think we might be able to get assistance from him, but I mean, he's kind of still concentrating all his efforts to keeping our walls our walls up. I mean, we could talk to him, see what he could do. Starts thinking.
Better than nothing.
Didn't you guys have a friend that you made that could help us?
Friend.
You're talking to
I
me
know
about
I
this.
certainly don't.
You're talking to me about this half-orc guy?
Wait. Is he talking about?
Umbra.
Yeah. You mean Umbra, right?
I guess that's his name.
He's not in Cerana.
Oh, alright. Well, I know Talon will help us, but finding more allies past that's probably going to be your guys'
Talon?
job.
Well, we might as well get going.
Yeah, I guess so. So we're not going to try to find Valak?
Time is of the essence, and it seems he doesn't really like teleporting that much.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe courtesy, we at least have a heads up of where we're going, so we can eventually rendezvous.
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna come over to where the hut is. He's gonna go, oh, where the fuck is the rest of the group? And he's gonna go over to King and go, hey, where the fuck is the rest group? They're gonna go,
I'll
oh,
fine.
they decided to
Just-
fuck
just-
off.
I'll send
send-
him a message.
Send him a message of where we're going. If he wants to join,
She
join.
she kind of closes her eyes for a moment. You see her fingers kind of trace through the air with a soft divine glow. Sends off the message. Waits for a moment. Well, he says he has no interest in having magic cast on him.
Of fucking course he isn't.
So I guess
Well,
we'll find.
then,
So I guess
the old-fashioned way. Can I pull out a piece of paper and a pen?
Well, I
he
think the
knows- he
issue
knows-
is the
He knows where we're going. He just says that he has no interest in having magic used on him again. So
apparently
I
it's
guess
so
we'll find
much
him.
effort in order to go ahead and step into a fucking teleportation bit.
So I guess we'll find him when we return.
Actually, really quickly, there's that name again, Sprinkles. What exactly is a Sprinkles? Is this like a Carnival Bay? Is it a...
Close.
She was our friend.
Oh, right. This was one of the things you were talking about, betrayer. Very odd question. What did she look like?
You'll know. Trust me, you'll know her when you see her. She's
Can I,
very hard to miss.
Can I minor illusion and try and make mini sprinkles?
Minor illusion has its limitations.
Okay.
Make me an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Okay. Intelligence.
Okay. You managed to kind of shape a small version of sprinkles in your hand and show it.
Oh, that's like good. That's good musculature. How tall is she?
Good 6-7 feet.
Really? Huh. I wouldn't mind having a conversation with her for a minute. Okay, that's all I want to know. Okay, cool. Thanks.
As Ezekiel looks over to you, you understand that we're stopping her.
Okay, fine, you can stop her, but that doesn't mean, like, I can't conversate and say, like, hey, after fucking all this is over, you want to, like...
Like, we may
Have a
have
cop.
to kill her.
Oh, come on. Really? Like, is that... I know it's, like, war times and stuff, but, like, is killing really, like, the only option that is kind of running through your
It's
head
not
right
the
now?
only option, but it's an option that we have to keep in mind.
Yes, you're
Okay,
just
fine, you can
right.
keep the option in mind, but I'm gonna keep the option in mind that I would like to actually have a nice little chat with her. Maybe get to know who she is, her family. Maybe,
You're not
like-
gonna like that.
What do you mean?
I don't. She's difficult to explain.
Don't worry, I have some really bad advice for you, but it is advice, Dayton. You want to hear it?
Okay, so all I've heard is like, oh, she's difficult, and oh man, she seems really buff from the image you looked, really tall. So far, you're hitting like all the good buttons on my part. Like, what the fuck? Fine, sure. What other advice you got?
Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
See, I think he gets it. I think he understands.
The advice of Jeff.
That isn't Jeff, dude.
The advice of Belmundo.
Can we get a move on, please?
Of course.
Sure.
Teleport.
Please.
And I teleport to the teleportation circle on.
Alright, so the air around you shifts for a moment as you all feel yourself propelled at a tremendous speed and find yourselves inside a small tower. Guys, kind of go ahead and carefully push the door open. You can see that there are a number of guard posts that kind of turn and look at you cautiously as you approach, recognizing some of you, not all of you. And Ezra goes, "Hello again. Sorry, we're just passing through." And they kind of give a nod of understanding and go back to their positions.
Mind your head there, Hornet.
Hornet
for the
kind of
door.
ducks his head.
Yep.
Comes through. And to some of you, this is the first time you've ever been to Cerana. You are stood in the middle of a massive courtyard with a large sapphire embedded into the center. You can see that there are a number of what look to be students that are currently in the process of talking, intermingled with a number of guard who seem to be constantly keeping watch. There are two buildings here on the ground floor. One of them seems to be pretty freshly repaired. And there's just a constant buzz as people just go about their day here.
If anyone notices, you see some tension relieve in Carrion a little bit. It was like his shoulders were on alert for a while, but they've relaxed a little bit. I think I'm muted, actually, now that I say that out loud.
No, you're
You're good. So,
Go ahead.
Ezekiel kind of says, all right, I'll get a hold of Talon. As for the rest of you, you should probably see about alerting Heveron and seeing what allies you can get. He'll turn.
What do you want to rendezvous at?
I think the Lying Stone is still intact. We can meet there.
Got it.
Ezekiel makes his way off.
What, like, are we assembling like a crew for a ship, or are we already getting the ship? Like, what's the game plan here?
Getting a crew, a motor party, whatever you might call it. Change anything.
Murder party. Do I happen to know anyone from this place? I don't think I do.
Can I employ a criminal contact?
Make an investigation roll.
Can I employ random alcoholics at a bar?
You could. Good luck with that.
I have money.
Come one, come all. Every level 1 fighter around.
Alright.
Some of you may die, but it is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
All I need you to do is action surge.
20. Okay. So, looking around,
Mm-hmm.
it's very difficult to find anybody, not only just from the Brotherhood, as it seems like,
Yeah.
but anybody from your old crew either. The ones that you do find appear to have been somewhat drafted to the city guard.
I see.
You find one individual who you hadn't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of rugged human. You know him to be more the loner type than most. Kind of shortcut, almost completely shaved head. Goatee that kind of curls a bit down off the chin. Clothing's pretty tattered. You think he's probably seen better times. You know this to be Grem.
Grem.
Yeah. And he kind of looks at you and he says, "Oh, Carrion, I didn't think I'd ever be seeing you again."
Times have a change. Come here. Go in for a hug.
He kind of puts an arm around you. He goes, "Oh, yeah, it's good to see you. What can I do for you?"
Come, let me get you a drink. And I'm going to take him to
Take him to a bar and get him a drink. He's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
All right. Well, after you get a drink, he says, "Pleasantries aside, I'm assuming you didn't seek me out to catch up."
As much as I love your company, and you know that I do,
Take
I
a
found myself with a quite talented crew, but we need just a little bit of help. Do you think you could offer your services?
Well, I'm not much of a fighter, dear, but I know somebody who could help.
That would be a gem.
I'll get in touch with them. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Let them know that there's a pretty hefty reward in for them.
I'll be sure to do so. How's the
Excellent.
family?
Well, I guess we'll find out. Mom's haven't had a chance to go visit her yet.
Well, she's in
That's
town.
Oh, that's definitely on the top of my list. Needed to see you first. But I haven't really heard much from anyone in a long while.
All right. Well, if you ever need any more help, let me know. Or should I have them meet you?
Oh, I give the name of our rendezvous tavern, which I know Carrion knows, but I can't.
It's the
remember.
Lying Stone.
Lying Stone. Oh, the Lying Stone.
Okay.
That's what it will be.
All right. I'll be sure to send them over there.
Great, thank you.
So for the rest of you, what are you up to as Carrion is off doing something?
Looks like he's apparently off to talk to people. Yeah, it's real. You don't happen to know any, like, religious weirdos in this area? You at least seem familiar enough.
Oh, I'm so glad that you think that I'm a weirdo, Dayton. Very reassuring.
You know, weirdos, no weirdos, alright? So,
You're not
point is,
helping.
do you know, the point is, do you know anyone, like, that can fucking apparently go onto a boat while we do some hijacking some
Well,
privateer.
I don't, but I do know a crew that we could go see if they're in town.
Well, great. All right, that's good enough for me.
All right.
I'll probably go with you for that.
Sure.
Unless of course you want me to, I don't know, mingle, see if I don't catch anyone's attention.
Oh, Dayton, I think it's hard for you to not catch someone's attention.
So in order for me to actually like gather attention, though, very quickly, got like about 125 gold pieces. Like if I'm actually gonna do like actual hiring, but I can try to actually make sure to like get like a lower deal. Like I'm gonna need to get like some.
All right,
some
Dayton is going off and haggling.
I'm basically asking the party like if they're willing to like give me some coinage so that way I can start.
How much do you need?
Well, the thing is,
17,000 gold pieces.
I was gonna say that Dayton would not know how much it would take in order to hire like an
Make
actual...
an intelligence roll, Dayton.
You're a
Got
fool,
us, Dayton.
a damn fool. Why would you ask me to make an intelligence check with a -1? You're a dummy. Well, I rolled 2 for that one. So I rolled 2, so it's just 1.
Mm.
Not that one.
You know, Dayton, you've heard rumors that sometimes you have to shell out hundreds of gold pieces to hire anyone.
Right.
Like adventuring parties, come on.
Right. That's what. Like, look, if you set out on doing this, all right. Like, I'm talking like at the very least, like how big a crew you looking at? If you're looking for like a crew of 5, like probably 1,000. Maybe I can try to like scrounge up a. Well, like I could probably try to bring him down to a 1,000 personally. But I mean, like.
Go make an intelligence roll.
I think that's 15. Yeah.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. Though you've not much history with hiring mercenary parties, there was very, very small occasions where there would be a mercenary company that would pass through the town. And through kind of whispers and just passive conversation, you know a mercenary company, well, on the expensive side, is not that expensive. A mercenary company typically runs somewhere between 10 and 15 gold pieces a day.
I will hand Dayton 50 gold.
What the?
This
what the
should
fuck
be
is-
enough.
What do you mean? There should be enough.
This should be enough.
What do you
Just-
mean that? No, there
If
should
you
not.
need more, come back. But you should not need more.
If I fucking get laughed at because I have 50 gold pieces and they're like, oh, but we're like top tier quality fucking scumbag, I'm gonna find you, but knock your lights out.
All right, so Dayton,
Level one
make an
fighters.
investigation roll as you make your way into the city with your with your 50 gold pieces.
Unbelievable. +1, let's go. 11 + 1, 12.
12. Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Is
Everon's
there a
playing
magic
Halo.
store?
There is, and you know where it is too.
Woo!
Oh,
It's-
wait.
I'm going.
Are you
Wait,
gonna
should I-
go visit your friend?
Should I also visit
Is-
Lauren Leonard?
Yes, you guys
Is it
can go see
Leonard?
Lauren Leonor.
It's
Well,
your
Leonard.
boy, Anxiety Man.
It's your boy, Anxiety.
I love him.
All right. So,
Dude, Luke is missing out. He's missing Lauren.
so you guys make your way across across the town towards the shop of Mr. Lauren Leonor, the same sort of establishment you've come to know and love? Question mark.
I'm okay with it.
You go ahead, and as you make your way inside, as per usual, there is nobody at the front. As you kind of look around, you're also starting to realize that his magic supply is actually dwindling quite a bit. There's definitely a lot less here than what you saw before, the last time you came in. As you are kind of making your way through, you start hearing what sounds like this soft hooing.
I will look for assumed owl.
As you kind of look around, you glance up, and you see this very odd green and purple owl with a tuft of white on its chest. The features are much more exaggerated, the fur or the feathers a bit elongated. You can see it has a small set of horns that come out the front of its head as it kind of looks down.
Oh no, Lord Leonor's been cursed to become an owl.
Horn
A horned
Leonor.
owl.
As you guys are kind of watching this curiosity, you hear a voice from the back go, "Yes, Olivar, I'm coming!" As you watch as a still just as frazzled, if not more so now, Lorne Leonor appears, his robes still very well maintained, a set of glasses against his face, his long hair very nicely tied back. As he comes out, he seems to be holding a number of vials. He goes, what's going on with you? You're so chatty today. He looks over. Oh, it's you two again. It's been quite a while.
The owl's definitely an interesting touch.
Yes. You go to the back. Go to the back. Go to sleep or something. And flies off. Give me just a moment, please. He'll kind of run back and start putting these vials on the counter, and turns around. To what do I owe the pleasure?
We're in town on a manner of business per usual,
Right.
and I just thought I'd come and see what my favorite magic shop owner has in store.
I see. He starts kind of looking past you. You don't have the other one with you,
No.
right?
Oh no, he's
None of the three loud ones, and two of the three loud ones are gone.
Oh. I'm glad to see that you have better company.
Kind of.
We traded one loud one for another.
That's
but
just a poor trade.
He's more stupid loud than whiny loud is the thing, though.
Right. Okay.
As he says this, there is going to be a shout coming out from across the way. I'm looking for the greatest mercenary party in the history of the world.
I think that might be him.
Oh, I do wish you the best. I apologize. My stock is not as expensive as it was the last time you were here. Oh, I've been so busy. I've been filling work orders, and I have commissions that I have to finish, and then I have the military.
Do you have
needs me to make a
anything
better
lying
vessel.
around that you can just sell?
Right. Let me take a look really quick. He kind of pulls out a ledger and starts kind of going through it, scratching his head. Talk to me specifically. What are you looking for?
Anything that will help me in combat. I can't use armor or any extensive weaponry. I use my fists.
I'm afraid I might not have anything for that. That's better than what you have right there, as he points to your monk spade.
Not weapons. Do you have potions or any magical items that I can use?
Yes, I do have potions. I have some potions available. He kind of goes through and says, well, I've got this one. He'll pull out this very decorative-looking potion, this soft white with a tinge of yellow in the center of it, and he says, this potion will allow you to be immune to fear. For a short time. It will also give you a better chance at what's the word I'm looking for? At hitting your targets or evading targets that try to target you with magical nonsense.
That sounds fairly useful, actually.
I'm interested.
All right. It will also give you a small buffer to your body upon consumption. He starts kind of looking through the rest of his stuff. He has, I do have healing potions, if you wish to acquire any. Let me see. Um, kind of thinks for a moment. I think I have one. He'll kind of go to the back. As he kind of pulls it out, he says, well, this is a more interesting potion as he sets it on the table. I don't know if you've seen one before, but this specifically gives the ability. Have any of you ever cast the Haste spell before?
No.
So it's accelerates the body, allowing you to be quicker. You can do more things than you would normally be able to, and you're a bit quicker on your feet, a bit more dodgy. And you can see that this one is a yellow fluid that is streaked with black and kind of gives this small swirling on its own.
Goo may recognize this because there was a time Backaxe did hit him with a haste spell at one point during combat.
I don't remember this, but sure.
Yep, +2 to AC. You got an extra action on it. It was good stuff.
Sounds about right.
That's about all I have in terms of combat potions, I'm afraid.
I will take the haste potion, and do you have any magical items?
Some. For the potion of for this potion of speed, you're looking at 3,600 gold pieces.
Holy
Oh,
crap. I mean, I have that kind of money, but I don't know about that. How much is the other one that makes me immune to fear?
That one is let me check here. 2,100 gold pieces.
do you have any healing potions around, or?
I do. And he'll reach under the desk and kind of bring out a small box. You can see inside that there are 3 lesser healing potions and 2 greater.
2 lessers and 3 graders?
No. I think it said 3 lesser, 2 greater.
I'll take your entire stock.
All right. So he'll go ahead and pull them out. For all that, that's going to be 450 gold pieces.
I give him the 450.
You know what? I'll take the haste potion.
3,600 gold pieces, please.
56? Or
3,600.
Okay. Oh.
I know, man. Potions are expensive.
3,600 is 3,600 or 360.
3,600 gold pieces.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I heard
That's
that
what
correctly.
that's what a very rare potion will run you.
Potion of fast.
Yeah. So when you drink it, you will be under the effects of the haste spell for 1 minute.
So 2 lessers, 3 graders.
And bonus, since
3
it's not this-
lessers, 2 graders.
3 lessers.
bonus on that haste potion that I just realized, there's not necessarily going to be a concentration check associated with it.
No, there is no concentration check associated. You're just under the effects of haste.
Just after that minute, you're going to be...
Really tired. Let's see. He starts kind of looking. He kind of starts like going through his thing again, kind of thinking for a moment. I'm actually looking through his list of inventory right now to see what he can offer you guys.
Yeah, deep cut. But was this? Is it here that Hildy? No, it was not here that Hildy asked to make special armor. Made of wood. That was a different place.
This is where Hildy got her 1,000.
1,000 gold piece focus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then proceeded to ruin it in front of his eyes.
Yeah.
Ah, what a time.
Oh, I fucking gave him gave poor Lauren a heart attack.
Yes.
Okay.
That too much.
Well, I do have this. He'll go ahead and kind of goes into his goes into one of the cabinets and he pulls out what is this very odd looking silver ring that looks to have a ram's head at the front of it. Kind of puts it down and says, well, this ring has a special enchantment. When you use one of the magical charges, you summoned this giant ram of force energy to strike against against a target of your choice, and it pushes them away from you once you're done. It also once attuned to it, and you're trying to do something that requires a feat of massive strength, you can also use one of the charges to give yourself a pretty hefty bonus, a pretty hefty boon to your efforts. If this is something that interests you.
Not personally for me. Apologies.
Me neither.
Oh, alright. He starts kind of thinking again. Is there anything in specific besides combat prowess you're looking for?
Maybe anything that helps me hide better?
I'm afraid I don't...
Or go faster? Other than this potion.
Yes, I do have something like that. How fast are you, out of curiosity?
Very.
Alright. He kind of thinks for a moment, kind of starts rummaging through the back. You start hearing what sounds like paper shuffling, boxes shuffling. As after a couple of moments, you hear, once again, what? How did you get in here again? Starts kicking the chicken.
Aminal abuse.
Hucks the chicken out. Let's see.
That chicken and Al were having some relationship issues, you know what I'm saying?
He goes ahead and puts a set of boots on the table. If you're looking to go faster, these are up your alley.
Yes.
These have a special enchantment that when you touch the heels together, it will double
Good.
your speed.
Gotta go fast.
If this interests you. Does this interest you?
Yes, very much.
All right. For that you'll be looking at 6,900 gold pieces.
69,000.
69,000 gold pieces.
I don't have that much. I have 5,400 and some change. Let me think about this for a second.
There's nothing else, then I'll meet you at Everon.
Hey, Aster, can I bum 1,400 gold pieces off?
Give me a second.
Wait, I need to ask him one more thing. Does he have ruby dust?
That's attunement.
I do.
That's attunement.
I presume
much?
you're looking for it for spell components.
Of course.
I do have components that I can get you. Give me 1 second. He'll go to the back, and he start. How much are you going to be needing?
1,000 gold's worth.
1,000 gold's worth. Oh, someone learned an interesting spell, I presume.
Of course.
He goes ahead and kind of reaches up.
1,500, my bad.
He goes ahead and reaches up and picks up a rather sizable vial. Brings it over to you. It's about this big. Comes over, gives it to you. Says, "All right. Then that'll be 1,500 gold pieces, please."
I hand him the 1,500. Oh god, I'm bleeding money!
I will look at my insignia of claws and then realize that is a treasured heirloom, and not want to sell it. And then I will look at my belt of sharpened focus. And I will take it off.
Okay.
Would you be interested in a trade of my 5,400 some odd golds and this belt?
Kind of inspects it. Casts identify. Make a persuasion roll.
Come on.
Don't you have guidance, Chris?
Yeah, I have guidance. No, I don't. Do I? No, I
No.
didn't, because someone else. I have a 4.
A 4.
Yeah, that's not gonna help.
I'm afraid it's not really. This is a very impressive item that you presented me, but I'm afraid it's a very specific type of market that I would have to have.
Understand.
Kind of gives you the belt back.
Could I give you back the potion? Wait, no. I couldn't. Hold on.
Points to a sign on the wall, no refunds, no returns.
Damn it. How about this? I will pull out the dagger of daggers.
A dagger of venom.
The dagger of venom.
He knows what that item is, fully, and will say straight off that is not an even trade. Even with
How
the
about
5400.
both?
Make another persuasion roll.
Come on! Yeah! 18!
For both and your 5400 gold, I believe that is a fair enough trade.
I can agree to that.
Okay. So you may add boots of speed to your.
I will miss the dagger, but
That you never use.
It was an heirloom. It was a remembrance.
Yeah.
What? Shame there wasn't anyone who might have wanted that. Oh
Yeah,
well.
I know, right?
it's okay.
It's a shame there isn't another rogue in the party that would have been able to use that.
I have a tattoo of Octa, of the dagger.
What?
Wait, is that in a public place?
He has it. He has a tattoo of a willow tree with a dagger of venom sinking into it. That is in
Okay, so
remembrance.
not obviously Octa.
That is- yes,
Like,
that
I
if
was
Octa's
gonna
face
say,
on your
what?
arm, that would
It
have
has
been
a
some
cloth
questions.
wrapped around it.
Yeah.
Why do you have my sister's face on there?
Face on your arm. What the fuck?
Um,
Gives you the smile.
But yeah, it's in remembrance of Octa.
I see.
Yes.
I mean, it's in remembrance of multiple people, but
Of multiple people and his daughter. Yes.
It's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. Okay. Did you want to try to purchase any spell scrolls while you were here, Ophelia?
What do I want? Like, I can't really use anything for this fight, but I can do it later.
Yeah, but you could just acquire spells.
What's... Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So you guys will leave the establishment. I'd purchase something for Ezreal, but I don't want to spend her gold without her permission. Without Luke's permission.
Let's go to, what's it called?
All right.
Everon's Tower of Towerness.
So during this time, Dayton,
Hi.
as you're making your way across and yelling, "I am looking for the best mercenary company."
Can I intercept this?
No, you are currently at the Lying Stone. You're currently talking to your contact at this point. As you're yelling this out, you will see one person kind of whistles for you.
All right. I'll go ahead and bring Hornet over toward the direction of where that whistle's coming from.
So, as you walk over, you see a rather thin-looking man. At first, you think he's just human, but then you see the disheveled hair kind of be parted back, and you see elven ears. So you quickly discern that this is a half-elf.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of calls you over. As you get closer, you start to notice that a lot of his features are very lithe, very long. His face is stern, and his body is well kept, but it's definitely an odd thing to look at. As you approach, he says, I couldn't help but overhear that you're looking for mercenaries. I'm looking for a bit of work.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm looking for some nice folk to get onto a ship and roam the seas for a little bit, have some nice action going their way.
I've seen a bit of sea travel in my time.
Oh, really?
I have.
You don't fucking look it. What you?
And you look like a prick. So what's the difference?
Ah, good call. I like your mouth.
I love this
All
guy.
right. All right. So first off, like, I'm not just looking for like the one. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You got yourself a group with you?
I run solo.
Oh shit. All right. Well,
But I'm always willing to work with a group if the pay is good.
well, I'm gonna think on this for a minute because I'm trying to see if I can't get what's will be a good number for what we're dealing with here since we're doing a whole ships thing.
Oh, you're looking to take over another ship?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's fair enough. All right. Well, as I said, I am for hire. If you'd like to know my specialities.
All right, lay him out on me. Give me the resume. I'm listening.
Well, first of all, I'm pretty handy with this, and he'll kind of reach over. He kind of reaches behind his back, and you see him produce this very small blades, even smaller than a dagger, from what you can see. He kind of flips it in his hand. For a moment, and he says, "Point at something, anything."
I'm gonna look around really quickly. Is there like
No matter how tiny, point at it.
no matter how tiny? I'm gonna whisper over in Hornet's ear. I'm gonna go, "You okay with a little experiment, buddy?"
Kind of gives
Oh,
you the
no.
side eye of like, what?
Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Don't
You're
worry
gonna
about
kill
it.
your horse, okay?
Just trust me. I'm gonna go ahead and step off of Hornet really quickly, and I'm going to cast Polymorph on him,
Uh-huh.
and he is going to be a tiny housefly.
All right. What's the armor class of a tiny housefly?
Probably not as good as I think it is. Give me a minute while I see if I can't see if there's housefly associated here.
Maybe insects.
I assume,
during this
I
time-
assume it'd be the same as a fire beetle.
Monsters? No, I'm not looking for the category.
I have a question during
Where?
this time.
Yes?
How do you rule doubles?
What do you mean?
As I can activate the Boots of Speed and then take that haste potion, and both of them double my speed. Is it multiplicative, or
I'd
is
say
it
it's
times the original
multiplicative.
one?
So you can move really fast.
I have to do math now.
You can move.
Oh,
what's your
no.
movement speed?
I know. Give me a second.
No, what's your move? I can do it right now. What's your movement speed? 50? If it's 50, you can go 200 feet in one round.
That's with action dash. All right, fine, fuck it.
That-
We'll
that
just,
you
we'll just use the
Action-
AC.
Action dashing.
I can dash. I can then dash
600
with
feet in
Monk,
one
and
movement. Yeah, 600
I can
feet in
dash
one
with Monk,
movement.
and then I can dash
600
with the.
feet. I know, 600 feet in one movement is what you
Can
get.
I dash with the extra action that I have?
So
From haste?
800 feet in one movement. Yeah, you can go really far.
I know.
One time.
I want to do math. Hold on.
So anyway, just use the AC for whatever the thing is, because I can't find it.
All right. Well, for him,
And I'm assuming just an HP is gonna.
well, he rolled
do
a
it,
19.
No problem.
I assume that's enough to hit a.
Yes.
Yeah. So you watch as the dagger kind of flips, as the small knife kind of flips for a moment. He chucks it, and you watch his hornet, poof, reappears.
How much damage was that? Just out of
He
curiosity.
did. Well, because he didn't get his other thing, that was 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points. So Hornet will have an extra 5 taken off because I'm assuming it's just like 1 HP for stuff. So there'll be a moment where Dayton is gonna look over to Hornet and go like, "All right, oh shit, all right, you're right, buddy, you're right." Yeah, sorry about that, but did you fucking see that? Well, of course you fucking see it because you were the one that got hit by it. That shit was actually fucking awesome. Like that was crazy.
I can go 90 miles an hour.
You can.
Okay, so your talent.
I may, if you plan to do this, implement a house rule,
Of tripping?
which is number 1 tripping, number 2 con to see if your body can hold itself together while doing it.
Oh shit, you're gonna try that?
Because you are literally moving faster than any human should be able to move, or any half elf should be able to move.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, he is half elf.
Yeah, no matter the
Actually,
limit,
I mean, I jumped off of 100 some.
I'm aware, but you're moving at 800 feet in 6 seconds. I'm probably going to implement a house rule there. Okay.
You mean the chunky salsa rule?
Yeah, so he kind of flips it. Basically, yes. So he says, I can do that.
Yeah, okay. So at the very least, I know you can throw things real well, so that's something.
I also have a little bit of spell work that I can do.
A little bit of spell work. All right. When you're talking like little bit of spell work, we're talking like
Nothing
simple, easy peasy stuff.
Nothing too outlandish, you know.
Okay. I'm assuming it's not as wild as like what I just fucking did, but you know,
not to that extent.
I get you. I get you.
But let's see. I can do. He'll kind of move his fingers in the air for a moment, and you watch as he kind of finishes the incantation. You watch as he kind of splits his fingers for a moment. You watch as an arrow forms in his hand. He fires it off in a random direction. It splashes against it, leaving a trail of acid against a wall. Like I said, nothing too up there.
Okay. But at the very least, you're very what's the word for it? Dad, you say keen-sighted?
Yeah, I tend to think myself pretty keen-sighted.
Okay. Oh, but this is some good stuff here, and it'd probably be useful what was staying on the boat, and not necessarily having to handle this stuff.
Oh yeah, I can get anywhere that I need to go. Oh, short distance wise, I can get anywhere that I need to go.
Forget about it.
All right. Well, all I got right now is I'm gonna fumble through the pockets really quick, and you'll see Dayton just kind of count stuff in his head for a minute.
Are you hiding how much you have?
Well, I'm sure he hears jingle jangle.
Seems interesting.
How about for this little bit of a mission, I go ahead and offer you 30 gold pieces, and if there's something interesting on the boat that we're attempting to knock off, and you can maybe nab it, it's yours.
Roll a persuasion roll.
13 plus 15, making it 28.
28. Alright, he goes, I'm gonna tell you what. I like you, I like your face.
Aw, you're sweet.
However, my standard rate is a little bit higher than that. 40 gold pieces, and I get a cut of whatever we find on the ship.
40 gold pieces.
Gave you 50.
I know you did, but Dayton is trying to like pass it off as he's trying to think it over.
Come on now, such a charming, handsome individual like yourself, I'm sure you have money coming out your pockets.
Yeah, no, you're sweet, but I still need to talk about budgets, because remember, I'm trying to like look for maybe like 4, maybe 5 more of you, so that's why I'm debating here. But you are good though. You're fucking good. 45 you said?
40 for you.
40, okay. You know what? You charmed me. Where exactly will we meet up, though? This is probably stuff I should have probably talked with the
Yeah,
Estimate
just tell
before I
me.
decided to do
Yeah,
this.
where do you want me to meet you?
Before we head out to the docks, know any good taverns around this place? Maybe. Like,
yeah, there's one not too far from here. Just down the road a bit, and he actually points towards the Lying Stone.
All right, okay. Looks relatively closer to the docks, I think.
But I am gonna need the payment up front.
Well, I of course. What you think I'm some sort of mook on this? Come on, I know you. You and I, we get each other.
Yes,
we
of
understand.
course.
Okay, so sure. Well, I'll go ahead and meet up in the Lightning Stone. Give me a minute here, and I'm going to count out 40,
Okay.
and then I'm going to hold it out.
Mhm.
My first hand.
All right. He holds his hand up.
I'm going to put the coin in and then clasp it and go. Now this is a deal, and there's one thing you got to know about a swan, is that when a deal happens, you keep it.
Of course.
Understand?
Of course.
All right. What's your name, kid?
My name is Vikorin.
For Corn? Name's Dayton Swan, and I am welcome to go ahead and see what you can do up on a ship and see a little bit more of your trickery if you got any.
All right. What time are we meeting at the Lion Stone?
Oh, let me see here. What's a good rest of the day? See if I can't find maybe like 3 more of you. 4 hours. 4 hours to at least go ahead and
4
at
hours.
least
All right.
see
that
if I
works
can't
just fine.
shop around and then introduce you to the party. Do stuff like that.
All right. That works just fine.
All right. Pleasure to meet you, and I'll see you in a little bit.
See you. Yeah, I'll see you soon. So you've seemingly recruited, an individual to your cause.
Yep.
Mhm.
No insight checks.
Well, you think Dayton is gonna fucking...
Oh, maybe.
As you guys
Now I gotta
are,
do this 3 more times, or at least hopefully do this
God.
3 more times.
He's
Well-
gonna lose $300.
He's gonna lose so much gold. No, I'm joking. Is there anything else anyone wants to accomplish? So you guys are going to see Everon, correct?
Yeah, baby.
Okay. And Carrion, is there anything else you'd like to do during this time?
Probably visit my mother.
Okay. So we'll get to you in a second. So the two of you make your way back to the central gemstone that rests in the courtyard of the Scholar District. As you kind of concentrate for a minute, Aster, remembering the incantation as you had done before, a flash of energy, you find yourselves at the front doors of Headmaster Everon's office.
I'll give it a good knock. Bam, bam.
Give it a quick knock. Bam, bam. As you knock, you see the doors kind of open. For a moment, as you come in, you can see Everon is kind of in the process. You see, like, his face is red. He's sweating pretty heavily. Kind of rubs his head as you enter. Looks up. Hi. I didn't know you were coming. Aster and Morton, correct?
Yep.
Pleasure.
Are you feeling okay, Professor?
I'm all right. Just it's been hectic here lately. What can I do for you two?
Well, do you want to tell him the story of how we might all die and we need help? Because you were there firsthand.
I mean, like, there's these artifacts, and
Yes, I'm aware of that part. What happened?
Tremor has some of them now. We have one again though, so that's good.
He has some. How did that happen?
Nakax was stupid, and now Nakax isn't here anymore because he's stupid. And
You got rid of him.
he got rid of himself, and they're on a boat that's gonna be here in like a day and a half. So we want to get them back, and we're thinking maybe you could help us. But if it's not your wheelhouse, I get it.
No, I definitely I can see what I can do to assist. I can't leave the city per se, but I can see what I can do to give me a moment. He'll kind of reach down and he starts pulling out a series of spell books that he has. Flips it out and starts kind of looking through all of them.
Summon greater demon.
I could do that, if you want me to, though the process is a bit finicky.
I don't think that's a good idea. Control.
Let me see. There is something I could do. A few things I could do, actually. Unfortunately, my highest caliber of magic is being put to other uses on the daily. Let's see. However, I could, temporarily, make one of you, immune to, forms of psychic damage, as well as make it impossible for anything to charm you.
That could be useful.
That might be useful. What are you looking to? What are you going up against exactly? Do you know their numbers?
Did I see how many people were on the ship?
You saw Sprinkles with a handful of crew members, but that's all you saw.
Around
how big was the ship?
It was about the size of a war vessel.
Okay, so there's potentially a lot of people on it.
Yeah, the size of a war vessel, to be exact. We're dealing with Sprinkles, if you have anything to deal with that.
Sprinkles? Your friend?
Former.
Friend, tremors, annoying new sidekick. You know, same thing these days.
I see. I apologize for that. Okay, let me see what I can do. Starts kind of looking through his spell list again, and I am looking through every wizard spell. Let's see what could help you guys in the immediate without him actually being there.
Simulacrum.
That takes a whole day.
Oh yeah, good point.
Let's see. Well, you said you're going on the water, right? Well, if you bring everyone here, I could give you all the ability to breathe in water on the off chance that you get submerged.
I already have that ability. So...
Well, I mean, you could save it. Again, I'm not going to be there, and if this is going to be an endeavor to stop him from getting any more of these artifacts, perhaps it's best that you're at your peak potential.
Good point.
Let's see.
I can cast it as a ritual, though, so...
You can. So... He is just making the offer. Let me think. I think I have one thing that could help a bit more as well. He'll, if the spell works the way that I think it works, I have to double check.
Which spell?
I'm bringing it up right now on the, I'm bringing it up right now. So just give me 1 second. Let's see. I think it does work in the way that I'm thinking that it works. So, he'll say, I could make you quite a potent quite a potent burst item. He kind of reaches into his drawer and pulls out the small stone. I could inscribe a glyph on this, a glyph of warding on this. That I can set the parameters to be used when you can essentially use it as a thrown burst, like a necklace of fireballs, if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
If that would be of use.
What do you think, Goo?
It's a one-time shot, but
I guess it more depends on the damage it does to the ship.
well, I could inscribe it. I would wait till tomorrow, though.
Do we know if we have enough time for that, is the thing.
You know you have about a day and a half before Sprinkles is supposed to be close enough to do anything.
So
It's up to you guys.
we can have a glyph of warding, or we can have a super buff.
Yeah, he can have a single target super buff, or he can charge a glyph. Or he can charge a glyph. And I'm looking through the other spells to see what else he could do, like that's a boon. Just general overview. He could cast protection from energy on one of you to give you resistance to a damage type.
I think that would actually be pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Like, he has access to abjuration spells.
Yo, Chris, you want to protect protection from energy lightning?
What if he one sprunk?
Let's see. I'm looking at what else he can do. He could cast protection from evil and good on one of you. He could cast stone skin on one of you to give you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. But I think stone skin only lasts about 10 minutes. I'm seeing how long these last. Oh, up to an hour. So he could cast that on you. Like, he has abjuration spells he can cast on you.
Cool.
However, I believe stone skin is also concentration, and so is protection from energy.
Yep, protection from energy is concentration.
So he can only do one thing per. He can only do one of those boons. You tired, Jordan?
I'd prefer that
I'm just
whatever
stretching.
we get is not particularly on me.
Okay.
You could, in theory, have Dayton have the protect from being charmed because he is dumb as fuck.
But Dayton's
That's
not there.
probably.
Yeah.
We have to come back and get the glyph of warding later, anyways.
Yeah.
I say we give whatever benefit to one of our less
Capable members.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the word, but that
They're not here. You can say anything you want.
it's not in me.
That fucking monkey ass Dayton.
Okay. So you guys have your options. Look over abjuration spells. Figure out what you want to do. You have a day to figure out what you want to have cast. David, your camera's not on.
Did it break?
I don't know. I just see a big T.
A big
Me.
D.
I think it might have
Deeper.
broken.
Okay.
David
Let me try and fix it.
Jam.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Okay, it's flashing, and it's not anymore. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we'll actually go ahead and take a quick break here.
Come on,
we'll come
yeah.
back.
I mean,
Emily, when we
I
come...
have to go to work in like 15 minutes.
Oh.
Ah, shit.
You wanna call it early or?
Not really. We can at least finish some role-playing stuff.
Yeah, I guess. You goddamn monkey ass. Okay.
There it goes, working.
Okay.
It's
I don't know.
working!
It's alive.
All All right, so we'll go ahead and finish this area. So as you guys are doing that, so Carrion, you make your way back towards the High Top District, where at least you vaguely remember you're living for a short time. And find yourself, after some investigating and some conversation, find yourself to the front of this massive house.
Gary very carefully approaches.
Okay, so you walk up the steps and find yourself looking up at the door.
Knocks.
All right. Some time passes. Eventually, there's a... You look in, and you can see that there is a individual in there, tiefling, but not your mother. He is dressed in adornments that make it seem more like a, what's the word I'm looking for? More like a caretaker. Also, here's Luke connecting to audio.
Hi!
Luke Mercheese.
Luke
Made it to around the very end.
Hey, look at that. We can keep going because Luke's here.
Yay.
Depending.
Hi, Luke.
Hey.
What up? We're about to have some character development. Just stick tight.
He looks out and kind of looks at you. Yes. Can I help you?
I'm really bad. I'm blanking on what we decided my mother's name was, but I say a little confused. I'm Carrion. Looking for and he's very nervous. He's very unsure of himself. It's very uncharacteristic for him.
Is the lady at the house in?
Yeah. Thanks.
She is. Give me a moment. She'll close the door. A few moments later. Please come in.
Walks in.
He takes you upstairs, which you can see the house is pretty quiet. No servants, no anything. Takes you
alone?
Seems like she's alone. Comes upstairs. You can see that kind of laying in bed. She seems to be in a kind of a state of just being very tired. You can see your mother laying there. One of her arms missing. And replaced by this very odd wooden one. You can see one of her eyes has a eye patch over it. As you come in, she kind of looks over at you. There's a moment of tense pause.
Hey, Mom.
She kind of motions a hand for you to come closer.
Follow suit.
She
kneels down by the bed.
Kind of sits herself up, puts her arms around you, and just smiles as she pulls you in tight.
So glad I finally found you.
It's been a long time, Carrion. Missed you so much. She kind of just puts her arm on top of your head, on the back of your head, and just holds you close. You can kind of feel some tears beginning to run down the side of her cheek.
I miss you too. So much.
She kind of just holds you there for a moment. Just keeping you close. Her letting go, and she doesn't fully let go. She keeps her arm on yours. And she looks you in the eye with a smile.
What has happened?
So much.
Has anyone else stopped by? Mordai?
No. I haven't seen your brother in a long time.
Oh.
And your father.
That makes two of us. We all know what he's doing.
But I did see your sister.
Doctor?
Yes.
Really?
But I'm afraid she's no longer with us. She died trying to help a group of people stop I think you remember Renbren.
Oh. Really?
She kind of shudders for a moment, kind of keeping herself close. He kidnapped me and used me as leverage against your sister. And she died freeing me and trying to kill him.
Stands up, runs his hands through his hair, punches a hole through the wall.
You see your mother and the caretaker both got taken off guard for a second by that. Karen, calm down. I know.
I have to kill him. I have to.
My dear.
My nose. That was under my nose. He murdered her.
My dear, Renbren's been dead a long time. He's not.
No. Sorry, Mother, I promise I will be back, but I have to go. He leaves her like 200 gold.
She kind of reaches a hand, kind of pulls it back quietly. You make your way out of the building.
Yep.
So.
Off to get drunk. He is mad and sad.
It's mad.
I killed my own character. I'm mad. All right. So anyway, as you go ahead and regroup. At the Lying Stone later in the day.
You mean to tell me I don't find 3 more people?
With
I don't get to
12,
play
you
this game?
absolutely do not.
God damn it.
Eventually, as you all make your way in, you see Carrion is already... There's, like, mugs that are stacked up on the bar right now. There's about 10 mugs on the bar.
You see that Carrion's preoccupied playing some dice. And you can't tell, but probably is swindling, even in his inebriated state.
And as you guys come in, you can see that Talon and Ezekiel are already inside in the middle of talking. You can see another individual, familiar to you, Dayton, who's currently like in the process of trying to schmooze it up with some of the women.
Oh, is there my person?
As you're looking around, you don't see anybody. At least not at first. But after a while...
That sneaky bastard.
But after a while, you kind of, in your drunken state, kind of look over, and with reliable talent, it's a 23 even at disadvantage.
Broken.
Oh yeah, it's pretty broken. You look over to the corner, and what you can see appears to be a woman. Kind of on the shorter side, but auburn hair that's just gently cascading down her shoulders. You can see she has several scars against her face and arms, but still this very soft demeanor to her. The clothing that she's in does not scream any sort of connection, but kind of giving her a quick once-over, you can see that kind of tucked underneath her very nice dress appears to be a very, very well concealed blade that is almost flush against her leg and stomach. She's kind of just in the process of observing, doesn't seem to know, at least in the moment, whether or not it's safe to approach.
have
Okay.
a potential high-level rogue, a level 3 rogue,
No, we're
And-
talking assassin. We're just talking straight assassin.
and we have a couple high-level people, and then we have Smooze Magoos over there.
So probably first thing is once Dayton is kind of over to the bar, there is a moment where he's just fucking goddamn it, can't find anyone else in this fucking town. Hey,
How you doing?
all right, hey, Vorkan, yeah,
Vikorin.
Vorkorin. All right, I apologize. A little bit hard with the accent. I understand. Let's see who else in the party is here. Okay, so
That
he's
was
getting
just,
hammered.
I was just charming this lovely young lady as he turns, he kind of starts to put his hand around this rather beautiful woman. Even like Dayton, you are captivated by just how gorgeous she is. As Vikorin kind of puts his arm around her, curls his arm around her, you watch as she kind of looks over at him, looks at his arm, mutters an incantation. And you watch as Vikorin's whole body goes as she gets up and walks away.
Yeah, looks like you're doing real smooth there, bud. Stick to maybe keeping on the straight and narrow.
You
know
see,
what I'm
he's
saying?
just stuck like this.
Oh yeah, no, Dayton's aware. He's just walking like this. Don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and put myself where his arm is, and I'll go. Okay, that one over there, the one getting drunk, that is one of the members of the party. That one over there, what with the mask, that is also in my party. That one over there, what with the fists, that's part of my party. That with the black skin and the hood, that is also mine. And that is in short, that's my party. Would you like to go ahead and meet him? You're a little stuck, aren't you?
Can I go? A little stuck. Well, that's
After
happening.
a
Could I?
good 40 seconds, he manages to break the whole person.
Y'all good?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm sure you are.
I'm fine.
What?
I'm used to it. You know, they play the hardball, and then eventually they come crawling back. It's how it works every time.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. But you saw everyone that I was talking about, yeah? Or do I have to go through the entire shindig
more or
again?
less. I get the gist.
Okay.
Well,
would
as
you
you
like
guys
to
are
go
coming
ahead
in, you see Talon kind of gets up, runs over, and is just like, "Hey, Aster, how you doing?"
Not too bad. You?
Good, really good. Hey, I got something for you that I think you might enjoy. And he holds out a spell scroll to you.
Really now? What's in it?
It's a spell the spell Nakax and I worked on.
Before he left.
Yeah. And I figured it might be useful to you.
I'll see what I can do with it.
Zeke, come over here. And Ezekiel gets up and kind of comes over and sits down. So, what's the plan?
Could possibly I go over to the person who I know is definitely there?
Yeah, of course.
And
Go
get
over.
her to
Okay.
come.
She comes over. Hello?
I'm assuming I know who this is.
No, you don't.
Oh, right, because it's different. Pleasure to do, young carrion. I'm a friend of Grim.
I figured as much. I suppose you're the individuals I'm going to be working with?
Yes, let me hear. But it isn't just me,
Hello,
unfortunately.
Victorian. It's been a while. Ah.
Oh, you know this one. Hey.
Rana, it's good to see you. It's been a while. I assume you've been getting my letters? Yes, and promptly burning them. Do I have to work with him?
Well,
Yes.
hey, listen.
Look,
I paid good money for him. All right. I am
Come
not
on,
letting
doll.
this thing go.
come on, dollface. You know we had a good time the last time we were working together, huh? Vicorin? Yes. Do you want to keep your dick this time?
This time?
Point. Duly noted. Duly noted.
Wait, how does this time work?
Oh, well, he tried to get fresh with me one time, and he lost it, and luckily he was able to get to a cleric in time.
Doesn't that take greater restoration to do?
Oh, I'm sure it does. He went broke for like 7 months. It
Oh.
was money well spent, I'll tell you that much. See, that's how I knew we had a spark right there. Nobody, and I mean nobody, would do something like that to someone they didn't like.
I don't know
Seriously,
about
Can I
do we have
whisper to her?
Seriously, do I have to work with this asshole?
Sadly.
I'll keep him at distance, don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. I will do a good job of keeping him at the distance on my own. Thank you.
So is everyone here? Your crew, Ezreal?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, I always talk about the crew.
Oh, yes, I talked to the crew already. I'm surprised none of you came along. They were quite disappointed.
Well, I mean, we were all doing our things, I'm assuming.
Hey, Chris,
Yeah.
call out of work.
Very
Wait.
quickly before he goes, I'm gonna go ahead and.
It's
have
my
Dayton
birthday,
just-
and I'd rather be playing D&D, but I have a good
Work.
standing to uphold.
Dude, just call him. Just be like, hey, look, I'm sorry I didn't call, but I
You-
just woke up and I'm like, I'm dying right now.
You just crumple pieces of
No,
paper.
I'm joking. That don't have a good work ethic, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly before you go, I'm gonna have Dayton sidle up over to Goo and just go. Hey, listen, I know you could like give me 50 gold pieces. I'm not gonna punch you in the face right now, but heroes, what's left, and I'm gonna give him 10 out of the 50 that he gave me.
Yay. Why are you gonna... I gave you the right amount, and fuck you.
I need to make sure I'm getting someone good, and I told you they like we're supposed to be like worth tons, and this he's working for like super cheap.
I think you have a misunderstanding of money.
I do not have a misunderstanding of money. My family owns a respectable, stable business. I would think that I know how money works.
Apparently not.
What the fuck you mean? Do we have to fucking go? All right. Are you disrespecting me right now?
I'd rather not fight you. I would rather race your horse, though.
Do you have a horse?
No. But I think I can win.
You're bullshit.
Let's go.
Well, you guys gotta stop clowning around so we can actually, go over plans on what we're supposed
We
to
have
do.
to do stuff tomorrow. This is now.
Stuff tomorrow.
This
We
is
can
our
talk
Dayton, if I
time.
beat
This is our time down here.
Dayton, if I beat your horse in a race, you'll stop trying to fuck my mom.
Bold.
I want you to
Deal?
fuck my wife.
If I win,
Leon, you need to fuck my sister.
if I win, I get to go ahead and nab one thing out of your bag. How about that?
What is it?
Oh, just one thing. Think of it like a random choice.
None of my magic items, and
Well, I wouldn't even
Not
look.
this.
I'm not
I will
entirely
pull-
sure. I
I
would
will pull out
hand
rune
up
breastplate.
and I would make sure to just reach the bag, just grab one thing. Wouldn't matter what it is.
Deal.
Okay then.
All right. So you guys are racing?
I guess. Very quickly though, if we're doing this out in the city, like, is there like a good strip or something we
Yeah,
can
there's a
do
good
this
strip
in?
you could do it at.
All right.
All right, ready? 3, 3, 2, 1. Roll
Can I put
initiative.
together my boots of speed?
Roll initiative.
Oh, we're rolling initiative. All right.
One of my party members drunk, 2 of them are horse racing, and then the world is happening. Great. I love my life.
An actual 20. Fuck.
Kyrian leads, directly on the table, watching all this happen. Look, I may appear drunk, but I'm far more capable than you could know.
All right.
I am sure you are, Killian. Please just don't pass out. All right. So, Goo, you go ahead and you clap your boots together, and you, Karen, you watch
and
as-
then I will dash as my regular action, achieving a speed of 200.
So you watch as Goo just, boom.
Very quickly, is this within my area of opportunity attack.
I'll say you guys are 10 feet away from each
God,
other.
there's tripping.
10 feet away? Damn it! No, that's not within reaction opportunity. Fuck you. That means I can't do this.
I can disengage as a bonus
Cheater.
action anyways.
No, it doesn't
Cheater.
matter. I was gonna cast a spell on you.
As a bonus action, you clapped your boots together.
Well,
Damn.
bonus action to do
All right,
that,
so
but he's got
so
his...
Dayton, what are you doing?
Hey, I didn't agree to combat. I agreed to a race.
Oh yeah, you agreed to a race. Doesn't matter what happens during the race. Anyway, how far away is he?
He's 200 feet
kill
away
you.
from you.
400 feet?
200
Fucking
feet away from you.
200 feet. Okay, so... Hornet, if I had them dash, that'd be...
Oh, no. Hang on. I did my calculations wrong. Because double movement... Yeah, no, okay, I got it right. Never mind.
So that'd be 120. How far can this go? If I have 80, that's not gonna be far enough. Damn it. Did we agree on where the finish line is?
No, you did not. So right now, Goo's just running. I'd say the best strip for you to do is probably the strip to the docks, and that's about I'd say 500 feet.
500 feet.
Yeah.
And he's racing my horse too. Fuck.
You know,
Actually, he is racing my horse. That's interesting. There's a moment where there's going to be a glint in Dayton's eye, and he's going to whisper in Hornet's ear and just say, "Keep going." And he's going to cast Dimension Door, and he's going to be standing essentially right in front of Goo.
So Goo, as you're running, you hear the of Hornet as Hornet takes off running, and as you're like, "Oh, I got this," Dayton just teleports right in front of you.
And that is my action, and I am going to stop right there. My horse went 120 feet, so he's 80 feet behind Goo right now. So
Goo, what are you doing?
disengage as a bonus action
Okay.
and run around him as my action.
All right.
Another
So I can't even
200
take-
feet.
I can't even take an opportunity attack
Nope.
to cast a spell.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna cheat using boots if you're gonna cheat using spells.
All right, so 400 feet. So Goo's 100 feet away from the finish line at this point.
That's 400 feet away from me currently.
He's 200 feet away from you currently.
You're really putting in a lot of effort to fuck my mom. I just want to point that out.
Oh, your mom's
Well,
hot.
you just said it the one time, and then you decided to be a dick about it. Okay.
Dude,
sure.
Chris is being the goalie
Multiple
right
times. Multiple times.
Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score, Dayton. Come on.
No, because most of my stuff is 30 and 60 feet. I can't do stuff. I
You
can't
have another
action.
dimension
I can't. I can action Dimension Door, but I'm not going to be able to cast a bonus action to do something
no.
to tell him to
It's
stop.
like you can Dimension Door with another unit, so you can Dimension Door with Hornet, and
I
then
can't-
Hornet can dash.
Read Dimension Door.
It's a
has to
category
be-
is same size or lower.
Hornet is considered large.
Okay, then you're fucked.
Yes.
Unless you can like jump on Hornet, and then actually no, you can't. You can only get 40 more feet, and then you can Dimension Door, and that's all you can do. I mean, you can Dimension Door and try to run. That's all you can do.
But he's racing Hornet, and that's what he's going to call out on it. Dayton's going to stop where he is, and Hornet's just going to keep going. If Hornet passes by Dayton, he's going to attempt to remount on him as
All right.
Hornet's moving.
You can do that.
Yep. That's all I can do.
Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Goo, do you just sprint to the finish?
Yep.
Alright, so Goo, you hit the docks, and you have successfully beaten Dayton Swan in a race.
Beating Hornet.
In Pokemon
Hornets
Trainer.
won. I now have to go to work.
Alright, later, man.
Later, guys. I enjoyed this. Sorry, Jordan.
That's fine.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Horse racing.
Yep.
All right. So we'll continue on. We just won't go to combat.
Yeah.
I just want to role play a little bit longer. Actually, we could just end here if you guys would rather. It's up to you, though.
There's one last thing I'm going to do.
Mhm.
I know that Chris is not here, but there is going to be a thing where Hornet and Dayton is eventually going to catch up to him and go, well, fucking
You're not gonna-
done, you
Stop
fucking
trying
piece
to
of
fuck-
shit.
Stop trying to fuck my mother. And he'll
They'll just leave.
leave.
One last thing.
What are you casting?
Dominate person.
Wisdom saving throw for Gudra.
Oh man, it's like he's a monk or something.
Oh, this is basically his last ditch effort to try to fuck him.
Oh no!
Wisdom saving throw for Gudra.
Instead of going for the goal, he's going for the goalie!
What do
Okay.
you roll?
So he fails.
He fails?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to tell him to stop.
Uh-huh.
How about you tell me what you did in order to go ahead and win that?
So as Gu is about to open his mouth and tell you, you watch as his mouth shuts. He closes his eyes for a moment. And he's going to use his monk ability to break one charm effect on him.
Mm-hmm.
No. And he walks away.
That's fine! Your mother wasn't hot enough for me anyway! Fucking damn it.
Alright, and as I said, we can wrap here if you guys would rather. And then we can pick it up next week. I know it's only been like 2 hours, but...
Yeah. What else makes it
Yeah,
best?
I was going to say, the only other thing we could do is, like, just continuously talk about our plans for
Mhm.
what we're going to do on the ship, but that's...
Don't worry, it's time for Aster's PowerPoint presentation.
Alright.
Gonna have really bad PowerPoints with paragraphs in every slide.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and end here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. And we'll pick this up next Saturday. Where we will see where the favorite few push for their assault against Sprinkles.
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 And
Dude,
we'll,
don't worry.
See you guys later. Good night, everybody.